All right, here we have Aussie USD on the 60-minute time frame. Now, on this chart, we're going to go by looking at the buyers coming up here. So we have the buyers, they have the pullback, they got the buyers, the pullback, the buyers, a little bit of pullback, buyers, a little bit of pullback, buyers. And then we got the big retracements, 150, 200, 300% retracements, which means sellers are here, they're here to rule. Pullback, no lower low, pullback, lower low, and then it starts dominating from there. So it's like sellers, sellers, sellers. Now, in this process of sellers, 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 we're looking at an area. Oh, sorry. We're looking at an area like this. This is all sellers territory. Even though they haven't made a lower low, it's still sellers territory, and the guy responsible for this is this guy. So everything points to a pullback sell in this area, in that area right there. It all points to a pullback sell. But to some people, this can also mean a pullback buy, hence the money spot. Now, we're going to go into that 2 time frame thing again. Since this is the 1 hour time frame, I'm going to go up 1 time frame, which is the 4 hours in this particular case. Also keep in mind, when I went last time from the 4 hours to the daily, the difference between a 4 hour and a daily is 5 candles, right? 6 candles. Okay, there's 6 4-hour candles that make up a 24-hour period. But there's 4 1-hour candles that make up a 4-hour chart, right? So you can choose whatever time frame you want, but just keep the rhythm pretty much the same as much as possible. Okay, I generally keep the rhythm between 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, and weekly. I keep the generic rhythm, but if you have to, modify the rhythm according to what you see. All right, so let's go down to, go up to the 4-hour charts. Let me first circle this entire area so we know where we are. Let me go up to the 4 hours. Let's move out. Where is it? Okay, here we are. Now notice in this area, for the area where we're looking at to sell on the 1 hour, the 4 hour on the other hand, I'll clear this up, okay? And this is that spot that we were looking for the sell. On the 4 hour, on the other hand, is saying buyers, pull back, maintain, 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 buyers, breaks above here. It's all buyers territory. Boom, breaks again, so it's above here. And then keeps going higher, 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 higher. Pullback mode, pullback mode, pullback mode. The guy who started all this is here. And anything above this area is buyer's territory. But even if they come down to this guy, it's still buyer's territory. Right? So when we look at it like that, it's like, okay, the buyers are still dominating and they're seeing this as a pullback buy, while the 1 hour is seeing this as a pullback sell. Okay, so we got a money spot there, and that money spot is telling you that if you have to choose, go with your big boy, go with your godfather, go with the supreme leader, the guy who's above you, the guy who has more money. Go with that guy, and that's where the safety is. Okay, so now coming back to the original thing that I was saying about no more than 2 time frames, watch this. Imagine if I included 1 more time frame. We would look at this as, well, isn't this like a downward channel coming in? You see how this can mess you up in your thought process? It's like, oh, okay, well, in that case, it's a sell, it's not a buy. Well, yeah, it can be a sell, and later on, it might be a sell later on after it pokes out and comes back in, but look how much time that takes. You have to stick to the time that you see. You have to stick to one big boy above you. And that needs to be so consistent that you get in the rhythm of how long it takes, how long it takes, how long it takes. Instead of, well, I can see this clearly, so that must be coming in from the daily or weekly, and I know that's a bigger boy, so he must be even righter, if that's a word, or more right, or has more influence. And that's where the confusion comes in. So I'm going to give you a quick cheat and say, don't even use more than 2 time frames. It will confuse you, and your body clock will not adjust to it. Okay? You have to spend hours and hours and hours with 2 sets of time frames, master it, and then you can think about including more time frames. Until you don't master it, don't mess with more time frames. I am telling you that will be a major cause of losses. Okay? So 2 time frames. Okay, let's go take a look at another example.